What's going on today, YouTubers? Welcome to another edition of Walking Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at another custom knife, and this is called the Cygnet by Nick Swan. You can see it's obviously a flipper liner lock. Let's go ahead and jump into the specs real quick. We have a 3.3 inch blade of Shad Nichols Bacon Damascus, or Galactic Bacon Damascus, I don't know. It's Damascus, it's Damasteel. It's a stainless etched Damascus. I'm not usually a Damascus guy. I actually kind of like the look of the Bacon Damascus, though. It's not crazy, you know, all over the place. It's kind of uniform. I don't know. I'm still not a huge Damascus guy, but I don't mind this blade. We have kind of a clip point design, but with almost like a harpoon back here. Really, that's just a thumb ramp, but it gives the blade almost like a harpoon look, but it's really a clip point blade. It is hollow ground. Not a very deep hollow grind, but a fairly decent hollow grind from about 3/4 of the way down. The edge is not one of the best edges I've ever had on a knife. It's decent, but it's nothing special. The handle length is 4.4 inches. Obviously, it's titanium liner lock here with shredded carbon fiber scales and a Damascus back spacer piece thingy. It does have a 3D milled clip, and it's been orange peeled. When I first saw a picture of this knife and I saw the clip, I was like, what the hell is wrong with the clip? Why is it all the way over there? This is really a function over form clip. It doesn't look great. It looks off, but it works really well in the pocket, so I'll take it. So the overall length is about 7.7 inches. Let's see, the weight is 3.4 ounces. Very lightweight knife for the size. So let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty here. The flipping action is really nice. I am a big fan of this flipper tab. It's up high enough, it's small, it's got the right amount of jimping. It makes for a really fast deployment, so I'm a fan of that. This does run on caged bearings, so it's fairly smooth. To get it to drop shut like this, I had to loosen the pivot a little bit, which took the centering off just a little bit, not a ton, but you can see the centering favors the presentation side just a little bit. The tolerances on this are fairly tight. I wish it was a little bit thinner for the type of knife that it is. I mean, it's not a wide knife, but it's a little chunky, I guess. It's hard to explain, which really, it translates mostly in the ergonomics. This is a fairly plain, like there's not too much contouring, so it is easy to get a nice grip on there, but it's really hard to explain. It's not all that comfortable to hold. Although I do like the thumb ramp on the blade there. If you ever needed leverage to do any cutting, I'm not sure that you would use a knife like this if you really needed leverage for cutting, though. Oh, what else? The Damascus doesn't look too bad. It's hard to justify the price that this knife was. I think it was right around $1,200 if I'm not mistaken. And I get it. I mean, the materials are top notch. The Bacon Damascus, the shredded carbon fiber, the titanium, all that stuff. You can see it's a hidden hardware pocket clip. it just it feels a little flimsy. Like I don't know what it is. I guess it's because it's so lightweight for such a big knife. But I've had lightweight, larger knives before. I would have really liked the edge to come better. This was a brand new from maker knife, so I kind of expected the edge to be screaming sharp, and it just wasn't. That's not a huge deal. I can fix that, but not everybody can. So I definitely would have preferred a much sharper edge. I think it's just the overall profile that maybe doesn't do it for me. It just looks kind of uneven, but that's purely aesthetics. I mean, the knife functions perfectly fine, but if you just take a look at it, and maybe you can get a kind of an idea of what I'm talking about. Like this part of the handle, it just looks weird to me. It doesn't look even. That's purely in the design phase, though. I mean, he made the knife perfectly well. It's just that I don't care for the design. I also don't care for the look of the pocket clip. But functionally, the knife is pretty much perfect, except for, like I said, that edge, not all that great. It's fairly smooth. You can see it there. It's not going to drop shut, but you know, it doesn't take much to shake it closed. When we're talking about the action of a flipper, it's hard to compare anything after you've used some of the Thorburns that I've owned. They just blow everything else out of the water. I do like it's got a hidden stop pin. It's part of the blade, you can see. So that was well thought out and well done. The lock disengagement, super easy. It doesn't have a lot of detent. Not a super strong detent on this knife. You can see I can snap it out. I can shake it out. Yeah, not a super strong detent, but because it's smooth, it flips out really fast, and it owes a lot to that really nice flipper design and placement. Overall, I'm kind of like, I'm not mad about this knife, but I'm not super stoked about it. It's a decent design, pretty well executed, decent material. I mean, not decent, really nice. I'd say top of the line materials. He picked perfect carbon fiber. Did a really nice job on the pocket clip, except for, in my opinion, the placement. I'm not a crazy fan of Damascus, so really don't care about that. The blade steel is done really well. Yeah, it's got all the ingredients of a great knife. It just doesn't quite get there for me. But that's personal opinion, you know. Yeah, that's going to be about it for this one. Stay tuned for the next giveaway video. I'll try and record it later today so I can post it either tonight or tomorrow, but you know, I'm not always great about that. So alright guys, I'll talk to you in the next video. Take it easy.